Well, all right. Welcome to tips to increase your show rate for once you set up an appointment that people actually show up, or if you've invited them to a class and they've committed to do that, that they actually show up. So I have 4 tips for you that will help you to increase that show rate. The first one is try to schedule within the next 3 days. If you're sitting there with someone and you're scheduling an appointment, or you're calling them on the phone, scheduling out too far in advance, things can come up, and so it will likely be a reschedule of something. And reschedules aren't bad, but they aren't what you want. So generally looking at your calendar, and if you can find dates that are within 3 days, that's why it's great to be able to schedule on Monday, Tuesday, or schedule on a Saturday for the following week, but get that in quickly. So number one tip. Number two is ask them to write it down or put it in their phone or calendar. If you're like me, or the people you're scheduling are like me, I forget things just like that if it's not written down. And so just that quick reminder for them to, put that in your calendar or put it in your phone. Now, if you're on a phone and you have their contacts, you can send them an invite when you put it in your phone. So if you're scheduling it in your phone, you can actually put attendees, and if you have their contact information in their phone, which you should, that you can add them as an attendee to that event, and it'll send them a link where they can say, yes, I'm coming, and it will put it in their calendar if they use their phone calendar. But this is a big one for people, just writing it down so you remember it. You can even say, put a sticky note on the refrigerator if you know your friend is forgetful. The third tip is ask a question to make sure your upcoming event sticks in their brain. So you might say something like, so when you come, you'll want to park out on the street over by the church, because you know how my street is a little bit, if this is a friend that knows your house. So you might want to say something that will put them in that appointment. It could be something like, hey, when you come, I'm going to have some lemon water. You're going to enjoy that if you haven't ever tried it. But you want to put something so that in their mind they can see themselves coming. It will greatly increase your show rate when people visualize them coming to your house or going to that appointment, that class. And then the fourth tip is to remind them the day before by sharing that you're excited to see them. You don't want to confirm like, hey, are you still coming? Because that oftentimes people, they're busy, and so like, oh, that would take something off my plate, even though I want to meet, So instead, we don't try to confirm. We just remind them and show excitement about that. And so if the class or the event or the appointment is in the morning, generally you'll want to remind them the day before. If it's in the evening, you might invite them that morning, just saying, hey, I'm super excited to see you tonight. Don't forget to park on the street or wherever. And so you'll want to make sure that you do that. It can be a phone call reminder, end up leaving a voicemail, or text reminder. But that is the fourth tip that will help increase your show rate.